Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we will be reviewing the Alien Isolation 2 gameplay footage. I have not seen lick of this at all. This is a first time reaction. Um, and I will say that I am excited yet terrified. Um, I am currently playing through the first game, and that is already terrifying enough. But if you guys would like to watch that, I will post the playlist in the description down below, and you guys can watch it from there. Anyway, I don't want to ramble too much. Um, if you enjoy the content that I do, please like, subscribe. It helps me out in my future. And yeah, either way, let's get into it. Put this on full blast.
For the last
First is the
decade, Alien Isolation has enjoyed an afterlife as the default entry in the top 10 games we'd love to see a sequel of. But now that Creative Assembly has delivered exactly that, what did fans want from it? I recently got a chance to play the game's opening 30 minutes, during which I explored a desolate planet in search of missing crewmates. The leap in visuals is instantly noticeable. The game's intro includes clips from the 2014 game, and while they don't look bad, the graphical improvements are perhaps Alien Isolation 2's first big jump scare. When I finally reached a crashed ship and made the horrific decision to climb inside, it was like slipping on an old, extremely scary glove. The thing that this game and
this already looks graphically really well. I'm excited for this. Already graphically, this looks really good. I'm scared, but already this looks really good.
the original did so well was making you scared of your own shadow. Even in this intro section, I was pretty sure the xenomorph wasn't going to leap out at me before being properly introduced, but I couldn't help but tense up. Heightened weather effects, severe audio booms through the headphones, and masterful tension building.
Okay, so the opening of this is you going into the pod that you ejected from the first game. Okay, so you are adventuring through this. Maybe picking up scraps looking for survivors? Question mark? Maybe. Let's continue.
All ensured that I was absolutely locked in. After a bit of light puzzle solving, you start to see the world through your Alien Isolation eyes. There are vents to crawl through, tables to hide under, but where is it? Sadly for me, sitting in a tiny dark room under Sega's Summer Game Fest booth.
This looked atmospherically, this looks more terrifying. Yes, it's all dark and scary, but this already looks way more terrifying. And I'm going to hate this. I already can tell. When I eventually play this game, I'm going to eventually hate it. I can already see that.
That was quickly answered. I had a flashlight to help me look around, but as soon as the game established that using the flashlight would make it easier for the xenomorph to spot me, I might as well have binned it. You are powerless. You can't do anything to the xenomorph. You are prey. It's such an utterly oppressive feeling. I found the first grate I could and slowly shuffled back through the ship. The thing everyone remembers about Alien Isolation is how dynamic the xenomorph was when it chased you around. Of course, this is all smoke and mirrors, but whatever Creative Assembly is doing to ensure tense cinematic
An ADP
moments
gas.
still feels like an effective magic trick. The xenomorph slowly stalked over the top of my grate, never making it clear whether or not it could see me. The game encourages you to never stop moving, but it's hard not to be paralyzed by fear when you're one wrong move from death, and you will die. When I did, the brutal kills were just as visceral, and not visceral in the video game marketing sense, visceral in the sense that my literal viscera was ejected from my stomach thanks to the alien's tail. Even when I thought
Bro, this shit looks so much more
I'd made it out, a pipe exploded, sending fire shooting across my intended path. This alerted the xenomorph and forced me into a panic decision. Any hesitation from me, and it was back to my save point. There are few horror games like it, and perhaps none have established the baddie so effectively. I suppose it helps when you're based on the greatest sci-fi horror ever made. So
Hello.
far, Alien Isolation 2 feels very similar to the first game, but then again, would you really want anything else? It's likely that the sequel will diverge once we've had a chance to play more of it, but from this early section, it's very much the spirit and the horror of that first game brought to life with new technology. This is exactly the sequel that fans imagined during the last decade when it seemed so unlikely. Whether or not the magic trick of the alien itself will last through another adventure, or how creative.
One thing I'm curious about is this first section you being Ripley, or is this you being like being the group that crashes, or not crashes per se, but the group that has to go to the crash site, like how the beginning was you walk into the forest,
For
like this
life
little
as the
opening
default
section
entry in the
here.
top 10.
Like, is the beginning going to be you walking through this as the that is meant to look for the crash site and discover or find any assets that are willing to be not willing to be, but that will be useful for Wayland Yutani's company group thing, majigger, mabob. If that would be something you have to look for. In the beginning of the trailer, you do obviously walk through this forest.
To play the game's opening 30 minutes, during which I explored a desolate.
And then this might just be like a random group, maybe another scavenge team
Planet
going
in search of missing crewmates. The leap in visuals is instantly noticeable. The game's intro includes clips from the 2014 game, and while they don't look bad, the graphical
This already looks terrifying too.
improvements are perhaps Alien Isolation 2's first big jump scare. When I finally reached a crashed ship and made the horrific decision,
Then go back up.
my save point. There are few horror games like it, and perhaps none have established the baddie so effectively. I suppose it helps when you're based on the greatest sci-fi horror ever made.
The alien sounds different. Well, it obviously is going to be like updated, but the hiss that it just did sounds a little bit more like a snake's hiss. It sounds more like that depending on how it sounds in the first game. It kind of sounds more, how do I say, echoey in a way, maybe? I'm not sure.
Sci-fi horror ever made. So far, Alien Isolation 2 feels very similar to the first game, but then again, would you really want anything else? It's likely that the sequel will diverge once we've had a chance to play more of it, but from this early section, it's very much the spirit and the horror of that first game brought to life with new technology. This is exactly the sequel that fans imagined during the last decade when it seemed so unlikely. Whether or not the magic trick of the alien itself will last through another adventure, or how Creative Assembly will evolve the formula, is yet to be seen, but it feels like, after this long time away, this familiar intro is exactly the tone setter that I was hoping for.
Yeah, so this beginning section is you walking up towards.
Are you excited for Alien Isolation? Let me know in the comments below, and consider checking out Patreon.
This looks so terrifying. This is you walking up to it. So this is most likely not Amanda, but this is a scavenging group, maybe, that you play in the first 20 odd minutes, maybe. So I'm curious if it's gonna be like that, right? Is the opening gonna be every member? If this is the whole team, right? Is this gonna be all the members getting picked off slowly, one by one, right? Because you obviously see there's this person outside.
Chronicle.
I don't know if that's you, like you as the player, or is that just
until next time, check out VG
that is with you. Like how when you open the grate here, that's obviously someone else's hand. So is that person that's here in the end that person who's helping you? And as you're playing, he's also getting stalked by the alien. While the alien comes in there with you, is there another alien that's stalking him from the forest? Um, I am very curious on how this is gonna play out. Uh,
Coverage, and we'll see you next time.
yeah, this is terrifying.
VGC is
Um, this was only a short video, so let me see if I can find one that has maybe a little bit more gameplay. All right, so I found this other video that was posted by this person, Effin, the terrible, Effin terrible. This is a longer video, so I'm curious to see how much more of the gameplay is going to be here. So let's watch this, and now as we go along, I will talk about it and see everything. All right. This shit looks so much more terrifying already. So much more terrifying. What is it? Oh,
Safety procedure sequence successful.
this fucker. I don't like these fuckers, bro. If this is gonna be like the first game situation, where if you turn your back away from them and they just automatically just fucking grasp you, that's gonna annoy the hell out of me. I'm already annoyed by that in the first game, and I do not want that again. Okay, so yeah, this is a group of people, a group of scavengers, and this is in Amanda. So this is a group of, I'm guessing like a team of 3, because I think this is someone else right here. Yeah. So it's these 2 people plus the character you're playing. So this is more like a scavenging, or either a separate company, or this is the company of Wayland Yutani. But we'll figure that out if they end up releasing more gameplay. But let's continue with the video. So this forest section is terrifying. Oh shit. This is obviously like from the trailer. This is from where the ship landed or went through as it was like falling and breaking and making everything go wiggle. No, this is the part you see from the trailer too. So I'm curious if this is something you have to scavenge through, or this is just entity in the game. It's like a model. Yeah, so this is you walking up to the crash pod in the first game. This is you with like little scavenger that you're with. And the HUD is, they changed the HUD too. So I'm guessing this, I don't know what this little section is, but obviously this is probably the flashlight battery, and then you have your health here. I wonder if they're going to keep the same crafting system they had in the first game, or if they're going to rework and revamp that entire thing. this atmospherically looks terrifying. I probably already said that, but this shit looks terrifying. Okay, so this is when you actually enter the pod. This looks so crazy, dude. This was made with Unreal Engine 5 too, so you know graphically this is gonna be terrifying. Okay, so you do come down here with someone else. This is like a little scavenge team. Now, this looks terrifying, dude. I'm not ready for this. I'm really not. Okay, so you're entering a little room from the first game. I think the the panel you needed to hit was off here to the right, and then the alien would come down and stalk you, or come down for a split second and roam out through the hall. Yeah, so this little section, I remember you came in through that one hallway off to the right. You hit this after you hit the emergency off of this little panel. You would hit this if you wanted to, and you'll go down this way, and then off to your right. That's when you get back into like the main quarters, or like the main like room, where you have to try to make your way to the airlock to try to escape, but then waits. Marshall fucking waits, locks your ass in with the alien, and then shoots the pod. Use safe. Say save points. Use save points to save your game. Okay, so this kind of keeps it. Yeah, that's maybe like a little jump scare. Nah. I remember this too. This is another section that you have to go to. This is to, I believe, lift the security lock on the airlock that you have to go to escape. And the alien, there's like a vent on this both sides here, I think, that the alien can come down to and murder you. But yeah. This shit looks so terrifying, man. And they have a little section here going through the little fence that they have to go through the first game to try to avoid the alien. Is that all the gameplay? Is that it? I think it is. And this is just going into the trailer they released. Yeah. This is just going back to the trailer. Okay. Well, we saw like a little good 4 minutes of gameplay. In my opinion, this already looks terrifying to all hell. I'm not ready. I will most definitely be shitting myself playing this damn game. I think they said with the Summer Games Fest live stream that this is coming out next year at some point. So this is something to look forward to. And then I have a few games that I'm excited for as well that I already kind of made aware of at the end of my last video. But either way, this already looks terrifying. The atmosphere of this game looks this leaves me speechless already. Um, this already looks terrifying enough. So I'm very not prepared, ill-prepared, I must say, to try and play this when this comes out. I will for sure be finishing this game. I would say maybe by next month. I should be finishing this game. And you got this terrifying bitch boy right here. He's basically just saying hello there. Um, uh, I will be finishing this game hopefully within the next month. Or nah, not really. Oh yeah, probably like towards the beginning of the month, middle of the month. If I keep up with my consistency, not constant, consistency that I need to do for this. Either way, but this is the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, please subscribe if you feel entitled, not entitled. If you feel like it, I'm not gonna beg you, I'm not gonna go on my knees, but like if you want to, and if you want to support me in my journey in this wide world of YouTube gaming, please subscribe. It will help me out and help me gain an audience and doing what I love, playing games. So either way, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.